What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another Superior Comic video. Coming to straight on the YouTube. Check out our Instagram as well, Superior Comic 16, our Twitter account, Superior Comic 16, Facebook, Superior Comic Show, and listen to our podcast. If you look up on Spreaker and iTunes, the Superior Comic Show, you'll find us too, me and Peter, talking shit about all this comic universe shit. Anyway, this video is all about Aquaman. We recently seen a trailer released. I think it was San Diego Comic Con. Sick trailer that me and Peter will be flapping our gills about on the next podcast. But I want to do a quick video, and I want to focus on: is Aquaman going to be a flop, or is Aquaman going to be the future of DC? Personally, I think Aquaman could carry the DC brand into this next few phases. I have a few points down here which support my argument that I want to go through. You know, I'm being all professional with my notepad and book, notepad and pen, whatever. So I'm going to start going through these points and breaking down why I think Aquaman could be the future of DC. When you look at DC's highest grossing films, they rely heavily on Batman. You know, the Dark Knight trilogy was amazing, we can't deny that. Superman vs. Batman did really well number wise. So they rely heavily on Batman, bringing in Superman stuff. Wonder Woman was up there, that was one film. But you can't keep relying on that money bank, that Batman, that cash cow. You can't keep milking that cash cow because it's going to go dry. So DC need to establish new stars. I think that's what we're doing here. I think that's what they're doing with Justice League and Wonder Woman. They're bringing in these new stars to carry the franchise into the next phase, because you cannot keep relying on Batman. Eventually it will run dry. The fan base is big, but there's only so much Batman you can do before it gets old. So along with that, if we're talking about star power and establishing new stars, Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman, has a really big presence. There's a lot of criticism on Aquaman throughout the comic world that he's a lame superhero and stuff. You cannot look at Jason Momoa in any facet and call him lame. He is the man of all men. He is the king of the sea. Look at him, he's majestic. I mean, man crush a bit here, but you know, you can't call him lame. He carries that Aquaman persona really well, fits the bill, and you can't call him lame. He has a big presence in the movie industry and the film industry. He is a star, and he will bring his fans to the franchise. People will watch just because of Jason Momoa, you know. I know people love comics, love DC, and they love Aquaman, but a wider audience will watch the film just because Jason Momoa is in it, and maybe just because he's topless a lot in it, whatever. So Jason Momoa is his big star. He fits the bill. And staying with the theme of establishing new stars, Aquaman has been established through Justice League, and for many people, Aquaman was the biggest takeaway for that Justice League film, myself included. I really enjoyed Justice League. It was a fun film, but my biggest takeaway was from it was Aquaman. I think he was amazing in the film. Jason Momoa played him really well. The chemistry between him and the other characters was amazing, and it established Aquaman going forward now. It might have been a tester to see who people liked, and I think people really gravitated towards Aquaman in this film. And now he's established, you can bring him into his own. Bring him into his own now. You can base a nice little fan base around him. What else do we have? I mean, this dude has a multitude of things that you could just you have to love about him, you know. He has an abundance of powers in the comic universe. So many. He can do so many things. He throws polar bears at bad guys in the comics. Like, come on, he's so cool. Like, what else? He gets massages from octopuses. Not to mention, he's a qualified octopus doctor in the comics as well. He has a walrus as a sidekick in his comics. Like, come on, how can you all love that, you know? It's just kind of wacky stuff. A lot of the oceans in the world are still unexplored. No one knows what's going on down there. So if we get this kind of fantasy about under the sea and this utopia under the sea, it's really interesting. It's really captivating. And I think if the CGI and the effects and everything are done well, it can be an amazing film to watch. You know, it can be really satisfying and aesthetic to watch. So I'm really looking forward to the effects and the CGI and all this that's going to go into it. Another big thing I think is that DC can now ride the trend. There's a current trend going on in comic book films and superhero films in general, where comedy is the new thing. DC is generally a darker brand, but the darkness it's getting a bit outdated. It works really well with Batman and Batman's persona, but people aren't. It's not drawing people in anymore, and people want light-hearted comedy films with the action. We've seen it a lot. We've seen it with Ant-Man. We've seen it with Deadpool. Like a lot of Thor, Ragnarok. Comedy is coming into films. Even Justice League had a lot of comedy in it as well. We're seeing a lot more of a comedic take to these films, and I think Aquaman is going to ride that trend. And I think Jason Momoa can do it really well. This will be another. It's gonna getting away from the darker image of DC and getting more to that comedy side that people seem to be really liking these days. So for these reasons, do I have anything else? For these kind of reasons, the signs are looking good for Aquaman. If you ask me, I think it could be DC's one of DC's biggest hits. I think they're moving in a good direction. They're realising that they can't keep going to that cash cow of Batman, Superman, and this dark kind of universe. They're changing up. They're learning from their mistakes. That's another big thing. DC have had a couple of flops in their film industry. We know what we're talking about. They have had some flops, and I think a lot of people will understand that you can learn from your failures. And I think DC, even though it's a slow process, they are learning from their failures, and they're coming back, and they're producing some pretty good films, you know. I think Aquaman could be a big step in this production. So hopefully we have something really good to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it myself, and let's hope it isn't a flop. Let's hope it's the future. Peace.